General Hospital will reveal exciting developments on Tuesday, January 14, 2025. First, Lucky never misses a clue, especially when unusual events unfold in the small town of Port Charles. He has received new intelligence, and while nothing is certain, Lucky's gut feeling tells him that this might be the missing piece in the bigger picture of the mysteries surrounding the city. While monitoring Sidwell, he not only witnessed a normal conversation between Sidwell and Lucy but also discovered something surprising: Sidwell had moved to Port Charles. This was a shock to Lucky, as he knew that Sidwell's presence here was no coincidence. Sidwell is not easily noticed, and his choice to live in Port Charles may be linked to the conspiracies Lucky and his team have been tracking for some time. Lucky realizes this is a clear sign of a large plan being set in motion, and if not stopped soon, what's coming will be far more dangerous. He can't afford to hesitate and decides to inform Isaiah and Sunny immediately. Lucky knows that with this information, no one can ignore the threat. Upon receiving the news from Lucky, Isaiah feels a growing sense of unease. Sunny, too, can't hide his tension. Both understand that Sidwell is a dangerous opponent. He is not someone who can be easily captured without a specific plan. Sidwell's choice of Port Charles as a hideout suggests he has a much larger purpose than they could have imagined. In an emergency meeting, Lucky's team decides to track Sidwell's every move. But this won't be easy. Sidwell is no fool, and he survived in the past through intelligence and clever tactics. Every move of his must be closely watched because any lapse could put them all in danger. The atmosphere within the group grows heavy and tense. Sunny worries that Sidwell might be plotting something worse, perhaps infiltrating key organizations in the city or even creating chaos to serve his personal goals. Isaiah fears Sidwell could be trying to increase his influence in the shadows, pushing everyone into uncontrollable situations. Everyone knows that now is not the time for weakness or hesitation. They must act swiftly, for every passing day might give Sidwell more time to strengthen his position and begin executing his plans. Despite their urgency, a palpable sense of fear lingers within them. Sidwell is unpredictable, and any mistake in their strategy could have irreparable consequences. But Lucky, along with Isaiah and Sunny, is determined not to let Sidwell achieve his goals. Now, everyone understands that the game has changed. Sidwell is no ordinary enemy, and to stop him, they will have to face challenges they never imagined. But they also realize that the survival of Port Charles could depend on their next steps. Second, Dante knows that, in this tense situation, withholding information is not an option. He decides to share everything he knows with Sunny, even the hardest truths. Everything started with the sudden deaths of Dex and Sam, a tragedy that had previously seemed like random accidents. However, after investigating, Dante uncovers a chilling truth: both were poisoned with digitalis at the hospital. This poison wasn't something a patient could accidentally come into contact with, it was an intentional act from a hidden killer, a murderer lurking in the shadows. This revelation drives Dante to ensure that every detail is understood because the deaths of Dex and Sam are far from simple accidents. Sunny, upon hearing this, cannot suppress his anxiety. This is not the first time he has faced enemies, but what Dante has revealed truly unsettles him. It's not just the deaths of Dex and Sam, but also the recent bombing at Sunny's apartment. The details of this attack feel strange, and the suspicions Dante points out only heighten Sunny's alertness. It seems that the person behind it is not simply an attacker but is orchestrating something larger, aimed directly at him. Sunny's worry quickly shifts to his son Michael, who is still in the hospital. For a brief moment, an overwhelming fear fills Sunny's mind. Could Michael be the next target in this plot? The thought makes it impossible for him to stay calm, and the potential dangers to his family make him feel more uneasy and desperate than ever. He cannot let anyone in his family suffer another loss. He knows he must act quickly, but this time, facing the enemy seems more complicated and dangerous than ever before. Dante feels the tension in Sunny. He understands that the situation now threatens not just one person's safety but the well-being of Sunny's entire family. The dark forces around them are growing stronger, and to protect those he loves, Sunny will need to face dangers he's never encountered before. Third, it seemed that Nina and Drew's relationship had moved closer to something beyond tension, even a romantic attraction, but everything has now changed. The anger Nina feels toward Drew is no longer just about small disagreements. As Drew continues to support Willow and constantly tells her how to act in her marriage, Nina feels personally offended and dismissed. It's as though Drew hasn't just crossed the line between them but is exerting excessive control and authority in matters of her family's personal life. Although Nina and Drew once shared moments of tension, even potential feelings for each other, all of that has now evaporated. The attraction Nina once felt for Drew is gone after his actions. Nina cannot accept Drew continuing to back Willow, especially in the tense situation regarding the custody battle between Willow and Michael. To Nina, this feels like a challenge, as though Drew has sided with her enemy, destroying any hope for a friendly or romantic relationship between them. She vows that once the custody battle is over, Drew will pay for what he's done. She cannot forget the feeling of being ignored and disrespected, and now, Nina is determined not to let Drew remain comfortable in their relationship. The ties between them are now nothing but hatred, and Nina is ready to take revenge. She knows that Drew's actions won't go unpunished, and when the time comes, she will make him face the consequences of his decisions. Fourth, Jason is always ready to protect his family and loved ones, and after Michael is attacked by Cyrus, he cannot sit idly by. While Michael faces dangers and difficulties, Jason knows he must act immediately to safeguard Michael and help him recover safely. This is why Jason decides to share an important idea with Carly, someone he always trusts in emergencies. Jason explains to Carly that they can't leave Michael in his current condition, especially with the threat from Cyrus still looming. He believes that getting Michael treated at a safer, more secure medical facility is the necessary step. A place not only offering the best medical care but also ensuring Michael a secure environment, free from the harassment of their enemies. Jason suggests a secret location where both Michael and Carly can rest easy knowing they're protected and not being followed. Though Carly still worries about taking Michael out of Port Charles, she realizes this may be the only way to protect her son. If they leave Michael in the city, they won't be able to prevent the enemies targeting him. Furthermore, treating Michael in a better facility will help him recover faster and avoid the negative effects of staying in such a tense situation. Jason continues to explain that if they carry out this plan carefully, not only will they protect Michael, but they'll also give him time to heal both mentally and physically. Everything must be done quietly and discreetly, so their enemies don't discover where Michael is. Carly thinks for a moment, then agrees with Jason. She understands this is the best way to protect Michael, and though leaving Port Charles will be difficult, she is willing to do anything to ensure her son's safety. The plan won't be easy, but Jason and Carly are determined to carry it out. Everything must be carefully prepared and executed because Michael's safety depends on every step they take. Although Carly may find it hard to leave everything familiar behind, her love for her son provides her with the strength to overcome any fear. Finally, Tracy has always been protective of her family, especially Luke's daughter, Lulu. She's always had a special affection for Lulu, whom she has seen grow up over the years. However, their relationship has not always been easy, particularly when difficult decisions and demands are made. Lulu, in a moment of emotion and anger, decides to confront Tracy with an important request, one she knows will complicate everything. Lulu asks Tracy to expose the fact that Brooke Lynn had a romantic relationship with Dante, hurting her feelings in the process. Lulu feels betrayed by the relationship between Dante and Brooke Lynn, and she hopes that Tracy, with her influence and position, will side with her and help her seek justice. But when Tracy hears this request from Lulu, she feels angry and uncomfortable. Despite her affection for Lulu, Tracy knows that revealing this information could have far-reaching consequences, not just for Brooke Lynn, but for everyone involved. Tracy is always calculated in her decisions, and she understands that exposing a past relationship won't just solve the issue between Lulu and Brooklyn but will cause deep hurt for everyone, including Dante. Though Tracy deeply cares for Lulu and understands her pain, she cannot easily agree to this request. Tracy believes that dragging someone's past into the light for revenge will only increase conflict and hurt, rather than resolving the issue. Tracy angrily tells Lulu that while she understands her pain and anger, she can't help her in the way she's asking. Tracy believes that Lulu needs to learn how to stand up for herself and face life's challenges more maturely, rather than relying on revenge to ease her sorrow. She reminds Lulu that Dante and Brooklyn's relationship isn't the only reason to destroy her feelings, and sometimes, forgiveness and acceptance are the only ways to move forward. Lulu feels disappointed and hurt by Tracy's response. She had hoped that Tracy would stand by her, but now she realizes that what she wanted isn't always attainable. Nevertheless, Lulu's request remains unchanged, but she knows she will have to seek help from others or face the situation on her own. Tracy, though she loves Lulu, believes the best way to resolve things is to face the truth and move forward, rather than prolonging the pain through bad decisions.